Hello and welcome to The Wilderness of Creativity, a platform for creatives and aspiring entrepreneurs to share their stories of survival. I'm your host, Lucy, and I'm so excited to share this creative journey with you. Working full-time and raising a small human has caused me to lose track and wander off-piste on several occasions, but I followed the signs and here we are, surviving the wild and feeling more connected and inspired than ever before. Whether you're a seasoned adventurer or just starting out, I'm here to cheer you on as you navigate this journey. Together, we will uncover practical tips and strategies for cultivating creativity, explore different ways of prioritising our creative energy when there are people to please and deadlines to meet. And we'll also discuss how we can foster a mindset that inspires connection, innovation and play in our daily lives. Tune in every month to hear how my guests find focus in a world that never stops buzzing and discover what it really means to take the road less travelled. Subscribe now to listen to The Wilderness of Creativity and remember to like, share and leave a review to show your support. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, so come and join in with our conversations. And that's it. Welcome to your next adventure. Hello and welcome to a special bonus episode of The Wilderness of Creativity. Today I'm absolutely delighted to introduce you to Amy Gill. Amy started her journey with laughter yoga in 2012 after moving to the UK. She openly talks about how she struggled with her mental health and well-being, and remembering a laughter yoga workshop that she attended in 2010, she made it her mission to become a certified laughter yoga leader. Since then, she has been actively involved in wellness events across the UK, sharing how laughter can help heal. In recognition of her work, she received the Women in Home Amazing Women Award in 2021. In this episode, we talk about the importance of gratitude and positivity, the benefits of laughter yoga, and how creativity and storytelling can help us when we're planning certain creative sessions. So, let's get on with exploring Amy's inspiring story and the joy of laughter. I know you practice gratitude. Is that the fundamental starting point for you, do you think?
Very, very important. In fact, speaking of that, I brought the book Magic this time to my holiday and I've been reading it. And I think that's something which I read many years ago, which made a difference to my life. And then I think in the hustle bustle of life, I again forgot. I think we tend to forget practicing gratitude at some point in our life. And I really had to remind myself this time, because when you have so much, I think you forget to be grateful for what you have. And the desire of human is just to want more. And that wanting more actually put me in a limbo, because then I did not even appreciate what I had. And this holiday was actually a breakthrough for me. Like really, I really needed this. I needed to break free, to rethink, reassess. And every day I'm writing a realization to my kids, because we have a family group, and I'm writing realization day 1, day 2, and today's day 3, which is, it's getting better. In a day-to-day practice of life, we tend to forget what is very crucial and important. And positivity is one of it. Gratefulness is the book Magic. I cannot be more thankful for that book. Seriously, it changed my life previously. It's now, again, I had to, because when my kids look at me and they say, why are you not being grateful for what you have? I said, oh, I am grateful. But actually within me, there was something searching. I don't know whether greedy is the word, but I'm so over ambitious, not realizing that I'm of that age where I should actually be grateful for what I've achieved and what I'm continuing to achieve. I'm trying to achieve things which I could have done in my 20s, which I'm physically is impossible to do now. Yes, I think it's just getting hold. Sometimes you just to get a grip of your life, I think, and that's really, very important.
We need to step back, don't we? And I think a change of environment can help with that.
Very, very important. It is very important. Surprisingly, my late mother-in-law used to say about changing place to change your mindset. And I didn't think very much of it at that time, but as I'm aging, I've realized a change of place is actually very important. It is actually very important. It can be a slight change, even if it's a day or two. So I'm planning this with my husband now, and we're thinking like every other time I can just take a Friday off, and then just go off Friday, Saturday. It doesn't have to be many days, just go. And he's thinking about a caravan. He said, let's do a caravan. And then he says, we can always just go away for a couple
Yeah.
of days. He said, that's important. I think, yeah, I think he got the hint of life, the breakthrough. I was still searching for it, but I found it here.
We are on our own journeys, but if we are in a relationship, then it's so important to try and communicate our needs and our wants to that other person, because you're on that journey together, aren't you?
True, true. I mean, he's been a very good sport. I mean, he always tells me that I think you're not going the right way. You're thinking this, you're thinking that. I was like, oh, no, no, I'm very stubborn in my ways as well. So I think sitting down and thinking, yeah, and I have social media to blame in to some extent. I mean, like sitting here, I'm doing a detox of social media, and I feel so much better already. I think there's always a unnecessary need of competition.
Because, I mean, there's just so much noise out there. I mean, I have never really been on social media, but because of the podcast, I realized that it is a necessity in some ways, because I'm trying to spread the message of the importance of creativity, and sharing people's stories. But this isn't real.
And the sooner we realize that what is the fake and what is the real, I think that is when you have the breakthrough and you realize, I'm done faking it now.
There's a book coming out that you've been involved in. Is it the Grateful Hearts? Can you tell me a little bit about how that all came together?
So this lady, I think she does a co-authoring. So she approached me and she says, "Do you want to co-author this book?" So it's just literally writing a story and submitting it to her, and she does everything. She publishes and everything. There's no royalty involved, obviously, because it's a co-author book, but it gives me. I feel I'm leaving a legacy behind. Obviously, when I have grandchildren, they can, if they want to know more about me, they can always pick that book and read a bit of my story. And I always like my story to be published. Just a little innate joy that I have in me. The aim is eventually to have my own book on Amazon. That's where I want to. That's where I want to lead to. I mean, and I think it links to me writing for Bistonian and then writing for these books that I've put together. I've got some ebooks, but it's not like published on Amazon. But that's the main aim.
What is it about storytelling for you? What do you get through that process?
I think it's storytelling is a time when you just sit back and then you think and you tell out something which is deep within. I think which you don't manage to tell somebody when you are having a daily conversation, but when you're writing a story, you want to give your insight out in that story because you find that if this can change somebody or this can resonate with somebody or this can give some positive empowerment to somebody, that's really important. And I think when you write a story, you obviously don't write in a busy place. You always write it when you're alone. And so that I like that. And yeah, I like I mean, I told that lady, I said, as many books as you publish, I'm going to continue to put it in and write my story and just be part of this, if by the time I'm 60, 70, I've got 10, 15 books, why not? Yeah, it's not. Why not? Why not? I've got. Yeah, it's the fourth one now. I think she's done two on Grateful Hearts, two on COVID, which I've submitted twice. Yeah, because the differences of what COVID did to, because many years down the line people forget COVID, but I personally don't want to forget the experience that I gained during COVID. Yeah, and I think that would be a period when, like, if I have got grandchildren and tomorrow they say, what happened? What is COVID, grandma? I say, look at my book. What I did during COVID, I did more walking, I did more mindfulness, which is very important.
Do you want to talk a little bit about laughter yoga? Because there'll be some people that have no idea what it is.
So laughter yoga is a technique which is used to induce laughter and it's induced by doing exercises. So which means you don't have to go to a comedy club, or you don't have to, say a joke to make somebody laugh, but we're just inducing via simple exercises, which can be a daily exercise of maybe brushing your teeth or combing your hair or putting a lotion on or something like this, just to induce that laughter. And it always starts with, I love to start it with turning your frown upside down. So if we get up in the morning and if you've got nothing to be grateful for, we tend to be a bit grumpy and frowny, if that's a word. So then how do we turn that? So start with a smile, and then obviously gradually, I will always say gradually move your muscles and then smile and turn into a laughter. And people always say, I'm not feeling it today. That's fine. Even if you don't feel like going to the gym, go. You don't feel like walking, walk. You don't feel like eating, you eat. So why can't you laugh? It's just a simple thing because you know the multi benefits that you derive from laughter. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be laughing. It should be done just as if you would do your gym or your meditation or your walk or even eating for that matter.
So it's something that you can practice on your own, but you can also do it in a group setting as well. How do people feel when they come to their first laughter yoga session? Is there,
I love that, because I think it has become a challenge for me over the years now. I like people coming, not knowing what they are into. And I mean, obviously there'll be one or two ones who would have tried it in some previous time, but that there are those that just want to look at you and say like, come on now, what are you going to give me? Which I like
Yes.
that. I like that because initial sessions, people used to bring yoga mats. There's no yoga mats involved. It's literally allowing yourself to be childlike, to bring that childlike in you, which I think is very important, because as we grow up, we think that it's inappropriate to laugh, it's inappropriate behavior to even run around a classroom. But I love doing that, because when I see CEOs of companies running around the room and letting free flow of them and allowing themselves to laugh, and they feel there's a difference after that, then I know, I've made it. I've done it. This is what I wanted you to learn, and this is what I wanted you to feel. How do you feel after that then? And they say, oh, this is so nice. I feel so nice. Because in our day to day, when do we get an opportunity to do this? We don't. Yeah, because we think in a workplace, if you just laugh frantically, then she's off, isn't it? She's not right. You laugh into person. So take it as a playground, where you are actually in a playground where you're allowed to leave your inhibitions and your whatever things that you have in your mind. I think unlimited beliefs. That is an inappropriate behavior. It's unethical. When you leave everything behind and you just allow yourself to laugh, whether you're faking it, it really doesn't matter. And that's what scientifically it's been proven. Whether it's a fake laughter or real laughter, the body does not know the difference. And you still derive the same positive benefits, because your positive chemicals start to kick in, your happy chemicals, which is your endorphins. And when that kicks in, then your stress hormones goes down. So it's a very good exercise to practice before a meeting. We talk about creativity, so anything, you cannot be creative if you're stressed. Definitely. So if you want to write a book, you want to write something in a magazine, do a bit of laughter. There's so much of nasty things that the stress hormone actually causes to the body. So let's remove that with a bit of laughter, at the beginning, which is why it's been done now in schools, offices, hospitals, with nurses, doctors, and I think more and more people should practice it. It's simple, it's free, it's easy.
If it is a case of just releasing that stress before you go into an interview maybe, or you've got a big project that you're working on, to release that tension, to release that stress, there is creativity within that as well, isn't there?
Creativity involved in running the session, because if I'm running a weekly session, I don't want to do the same boring stuff. I normally plan it with a theme. So let's say the theme is we are doing roller coaster. So imagine a lot of imagination involved in the laughter yoga session. So we are doing roller coaster. Ooh, or you can do, I'm riding a bike, or I'm in an airplane. So different themes, which takes them, just like guided meditation, we take you to the forest, to the beach, So it's similar in that sense, where we take you. I like to run it that way so that it's not mismatched in any way. So you're in a theme of the day, or let's say you're in a zoo today, then we do a lot of animal sounds as the exercises. Let's do the lion laughter, let's do the cat laughter. So, okay, for today we did this theme. So that's creativity, running around, playing around. Yeah, you can't just run a class where people, so it's always a very slow process. Like you said in the beginning, how do we get them involved? I always say, smile, and then they change gradually, which is a gradient laughter, we call that. So you smile, then you put a little bit of laughter, and then you put more laughter, but the end result is a good hearty belly laughter, which I like. That's what laughter yoga is actually all about. It's a good hearty belly laughter. So I tell them to put their hands on the belly and then laugh. And do you see the difference in your belly? Is it moving? Because it is equivalent to exercise, where it helps you helps you in various benefits. Yeah. So physically, yeah, mentally, psychologically.
We manifest so much in our bodies, don't we?
Yes.
And it's about releasing all of that.
Yes. And which is why we say, let's say we do the laughter pill. So you pop in the pill and then you burst out laughing. So I think that's something that can be practiced daily. So, people who are struggling with a lot of illnesses, and they do pop pills. So why not pop a laughter pill?
I
So I
love
think
that.
that can be done daily. If you're putting makeup on, why don't you pop laughter blusher, for example, and then just burst out laughing? So that gives you something, an avenue to incorporate laughter in your daily activity, because then you don't have to go to a session to do it. You can start your day. For me personally, I think starting the day with a shower laughter is the best, because then I do a lot of manifestation and affirmations in the shower. So you start the day with, especially like today, I think it's a brilliant day. Everybody's talking about 8-8, isn't it? It's the Lion's Portal, where any visualization and manifestation is meant to work. So yes, today is a good day to do that, actually, in the shower, and say, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm this, whatever that you want. Everybody's got a different desire or whatever you want to manifest. So start with that. And then if you laugh out, give it to the universe, positivity. Starting the day with positivity is always going to take you through a positive day.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not always easy to do that. Sometimes life is just too much. There's just too much going on, and it is really difficult to find that positivity. But I think that's when we reach out. You talked a little bit about feeling lonely when you came to the UK, and I was wondering whether you would be able to share a little bit about how you found connection.
Yeah, so I come from a very big family, a very close-knit family, cousins, uncles, aunties, everybody. It's a huge family I had. I never had to have friends because I just relied on my cousins growing up. And then when we came to the UK, it was just me, my husband, and my two kids, and they were very young at that time. And after some time, I found myself very lonely. Like, I had no one that I could reach out to or speak to, and I felt I was in a very dark zone. And this is very unknowingly, because I used to see out of the window and see people actually smiling, laughing, and I said, where is it in me? It's just gone. It's not even there anymore. What am I missing? And so then I started to do some meditation, and then I sort of remembered this lady who did laughter yoga in one of the countries in Southeast Asia. And I said, is that even a thing? Because at that time I was a law lecturer. So I was in a different field altogether to laughter. So when I actually attended her session, I felt it was like, what is this? Can't be a thing. This definitely can't be a thing. But actually, that was a thing for me, because when I came here, I remembered her and I said, let me Google if this was actually a thing, because when you're in a dark space and you search for light, the light does come in a different form, and somehow or another she popped up in my mind. I said, let me Google, and I Googled, and there was not many at that time. It was in 2012, and I saw in London they were having this training course. So I spoke to my family and I said, I want to attend. And again, the kids were young at that time, and so they said, let's go. So I took them 2 days, came to London. Husband took care of them, went to the session, laughter yoga session, and it just changed my life. It's just everybody obviously had issues. They were going through some things, and during that time, it was a breakthrough of emotion. I think it was just changing things and say, oh my God, this is actually a thing. And that 2 days was wonderful. It built a connection, obviously, with the people there. Laughter builds connection. So you build connection, you everything that you had just went off. And I felt light, I felt different. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually a thing. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's so simple to do. You don't have to read books. All my life, I've been reading books and teaching people, educating myself so much. But this is so easy. And this actually made a
Yeah.
difference. Yeah, so that laughter yoga that I learned in that 2 days helped me to build connections, because then my first intention was I want to help as many people as I can, because it helped me. I really want to give this back. And it was no monetary gain in this intention. So I went to the park, I put a little, a poster there, and I said laughter yoga for free. And so people started coming, we started doing it. And then there was more and more. I think I started doing it on Facebook, introducing myself. And then I was invited to events, and I put myself forward to any event. And then whether it's public, corporate, private events, charity events, put myself forward. And that's how I just got known, I think. And it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. I mean, just sharing that laughter yoga 30-40 minutes made a difference to people, and people came and asked me things like, like this lady says, my mom forgot to laugh after she lost my dad. Can you help her laugh? I said, I can't help her laugh, but if she's willing to laugh, I can do this with her, because I know what it means to lose things as well, to lose my people.
Yeah.
And I was in a very lonely space, so I can help in that sense. It's beautiful to be able to. It has to come with the intention to be able to allow yourself to laugh. I can't force that off you. I can't shake your head and say, hey, laugh with me. No, you want to laugh. You want to allow yourself to heal. This is a method. It is one of the methods. I'm sure there's many. Yeah.
I'm a big believer as well that, things come to us when we're ready.
Yes, there is a sign coming.
Yeah.
Like many years ago, I would have just disowned this idea of laughter yoga, and I would, like, when I first saw that happen, I was like, no, this is not even a thing. I'm not going to go into that. It's not even me. But then now I'm actually doing it. So I would say I would always say a law lecturer turned laughter yoga leader.
That's brilliant.
It's a total opposite.
Total opposite. I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's, life is so interesting, isn't it? You can go on all sorts of different paths, and you meet different people, and you end up where you're supposed to be in the end.
Yeah. And my late dad used to say, laugh and you attract people. If you cry, you're gonna cry alone. And it never really sort of struck me at that time, but it's true. I mean, when you laugh, you attract positivity and positive energy, whether it's a family, or whether it's where you work, or whether it's within your friendship group. You don't want to be attached to a grumpy person. You are like a light, isn't it? When you are positive and you are laughing, or you're happy, you are like a light. People want to come to you.
Yes.
People want to come to you. People want to be your friends because they get that positivity when they speak to you. They get light up, and why can't you be the light? If you can't find the light, I would say you be the light. And I think that was what the approach I think I took, because I couldn't find my light, but then I became that light, and from there I never turned back. And that's it. Can be anywhere, and anyone says, "Can you do a laughter yoga session?" Yes, I would. I would love to do that, because I think as much as I can give it back, that is the joy that I get with it, and that's the only thing I think which keep going.
If you are always giving, if you are always the light, we touched upon this at the start of our conversation, sometimes you need to remove yourself from an environment so you can recharge. How else does Amy recharge?
I think this holiday is a recharge. This stepping yourself out from the hustle and bustle of the daily life is a recharge. Everybody needs to take a little break, whether it's whatever that's diluting you or whatever that's taking away your energy, whether it's the people or whether it's the environment, anything that you feel is toxic, you have to remove it, and you should not be apologetic to remove that, whether even if it's a people, doesn't matter, because you know who are the drainers. You don't want those drainers. You don't want those draining it. So the recharge, there are a lot of approaches, a lot of avenues available to do that, but you have to seek them, whether it's meditation or mindfulness, understanding yourself. I think that's very important. I think for me, is gratefulness. Obviously, changing the environment is very important. Speaking to positive people is very important. Bento has always been my husband for over the years. I've met him in college, and ever since then, I would think I grew up with him.
Yeah.
And he is a very positive mindset person, so he's always given me that. And over the years, I think that has sort of blended it with my kids now. They're not kids anymore, they're adults. I'm so grateful that they have picked that up, because now I had one, but now I've got three. I'm empowered with the touch wood, and I'm empowered with three people with positivity, and that's so beautiful. So
It really is.
I'm so blessed, and I'm so grateful that they are there to pick me up. Yeah, these are the little kids that I used to pick up, but now they pick me up. So it's beautiful. Yeah.
The nurturing of our children and the empowering of our children is so important, that they are agents of their own peace, and they are, they can lift other people up. We can empower each other.
We can empower each other. Yeah, we can empower each other. I think if you have dreams, or if you want to achieve something, then you have to have those people which are giving you that energy to rise up. There's so many people who would want to bring you down, criticize you, and not see your vision. But I'm sure you've heard this, that you are always associated with the 5 best friends, who is your inner circle. I mean, if in all the positivity books, there's always about the five close friends will actually show who you are. So we're always trying to see, who is my 5 best friends that actually empower me. And if these 5 people are not empowering you, then they're not your friends. They're not your inner circle. I think, yeah, inner circle is very important. I mean, you outside the inner circle, you can have whoever to hang about, party, drink, cocktails, mocktails, everything that you want to do. But your core has to be these 5 people, I think, and that's very important. And I'm lucky enough to have these 5 people within my family, I think. Yes, which is, I'm very grateful, and I'm very lucky.
Our friends, that network, those 5 people, they are the mirrors.
Yes, just like you were saying, I think like we need to rely on a friend. We ring that person when we are down. Yeah, but if you have it within you, I think within a close circle, then it's beautiful, isn't it? You don't have to be fake with them. You don't have to. They recognize, they help you straight away, and they pick you up straight away. So it's easy.
Hello, Lucy here, and I hope you're enjoying this month's episode. I'd love for you to help spread the word. There are several ways that you can do this. 1, you can subscribe to the podcast on your favourite platform, which will ensure that you never miss an episode. 2, you could share it with your friends, your family, your colleagues who might be inspired by the stories that we're sharing. 3, your reviews and ratings are incredibly important. They help new listeners discover the podcast, and they give me valuable feedback on how I can improve. So, if you've been enjoying today's episode, please take a moment to leave a review. Your support is what makes this possible. I'm on a mission to to inspire, motivate, and empower fellow creatives to take the road less travelled, and I am so grateful to have you along on this journey with me. Okay, let's get back to the episode.
So I receive a phone call from this lady, the woman in home, and she says, "Do you know that you were nominated?" Because my daughter wrote the nomination for me. And she said, "Do you know you were nominated?" I said, "Not really." I said, "What is it?" She said, "You were nominated for this magazine." And I was like, "Oh, okay. What was it about?" So she just started speaking about laughter yoga. What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And I was outside it one of the days, I think. So I was just speaking to her. I said, I do this, and I've been doing this online. And now it's COVID, so people are struggling. So I do it. I come live. And, during Christmas, I do a countdown to Christmas. So we are counting the days. It was not a very nice period during that time. I think a lot of people struggle with the mental health as well during that time. So I feel as I was giving back so much during that time, as well as obviously helping myself and helping the others. And she said, "That's so beautiful. Can you just share with me?" As I just started talking to her, she said, "Beautiful. All right. So, you're shortlisted." So, yeah. So then it came out in the magazine, and I was shortlisted. And then from there, I think it went on the basis of votes and how many votes you get. And and then I just shared via WhatsApp to everybody that I've attended my laughter yoga, and I said I've been shortlisted for this. It'd be helpful if you can vote for me. And it was a surprise when I won the award, and I think I like the fact that it says British Most Amazing Woman. That gave me two credentials. One is a validation for the work I've done, and one is the fact that I'm actually British most most amazing woman. I think I take that with a lot of pride. So whatever I've contributed, and it's a community hero award, which is what I've been doing all these years. Like what I've been doing is for the community, and it's for spreading joy. So everything just fell into place, and that's so beautiful. I mean, just gives me, I feel that what I was giving back to the society came back as a validation that you are not on the wrong path. What you're doing is right, and continue to do what you're doing. So that's really, really very prestigious, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Amazing achievement. And it's following in the family as well, because I think your daughter has she just won an award as well?
When she graduated, it was the option of going to employment or starting a business. So she did start a business, and she won a startup business award at that time. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, but she's since now gone to employment, because it was during COVID when she had the choice of what to do. And my husband comes from a business background, so he wanted her to try. In fact, both my kids, he wanted them to try the business world first, and then get all the experience as a business owner, and then if you choose to stay or if you go into employment. So you see the difference, to see the perspective from both sides. I think that's part of, I think that's his part of teaching the kids, besides every other thing that he's taught the kids.
They teach us so much, don't they?
It's beautiful. We learn, and then we teach, and then we see the end product, and and then you see, wow, this bit of me is a bit of me, isn't it? That influence is a bit of me. Because when I used to be a lecturer, I think sometimes my daughter used to follow me, and then I went to corporate training. I was an NLP. I did NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and I used to do corporate training. And she used to come. I had no babysitter at that time, so I used to bring her, and I think she saw that in me. And somehow or another, it's inbuilt in her. So many years down the line, she says, that part of me is actually you. I say, I do know that. I don't want to take credit, but I do see that. She said, that part is you. The fact that you can do public speaking just, in front of 200 people, and now my son, I think he was a bit playful when he was younger. Boys are a bit different. But as he's growing up, he says, it amazes me how you do laughter yoga in front of 200 people. Just, don't you think if people are laughing at you? I say, that's why I really don't care if they're laughing at me. So now they tend to learn you or see you in different stages of your life as well, as I'm aging, and I see them at their different stages and the things that we figure out about each other. And that's very nice. I think parenthood is very beautiful in that sense.
Obviously, we're gonna finish shortly, but I was just wondering, could you give me 3 little tips that I could take away with me because I want to try it, of how I can start my day with a little bit of laughter yoga.
Yeah, definitely. So you start with we do a bit of a clapping and laughter yoga where you put your palms
Okay.
together, and we call it the
Yeah.
acupressure points are here. So you find that children are much happier because they clap more than us. So even when you're feeling down,
Yes.
just clap your hands like this, and instead of, so you do that a little bit, and then you do a bit of a
Yeah.
chanting where you go ho ho ha 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 ho ho ha ha ha, and then you do a bit of a celebration where
Okay.
you very good, yay, and simple basic exercises. These are the things that we do in a laughter yoga session. But simple exercises, I would say, for you to start in the morning is to start with a smile, because smile itself is the start of opening your heart, and then that itself, it's like Dalai Lama says, start of opening your heart and being compassionate to others. That's what Dalai Lama says. So you smile, and then, like I said, the gradient laughter. So you do and then and then you go And what I really love to do is always to put my arms out as much as I can. And,
Yeah, I'm
yes,
doing
doing
this
that,
now.
then you just go and you see the universe up there. You just do ha ha ha
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I can see your face is done red now. So you feel, yeah, a bit of teary, you feel a bit sweaty. Even if you do it for 5 minutes,
Yes.
you will see the difference. It
Wow.
just, that really amazes me, because in that 5 minutes, actually things change, things shift.
Yes. Physiological
Yes,
changes.
yeah, that immediately changes, and then you feel
Yes.
happy already. Like I said in the beginning, it doesn't matter whether it's you're faking it, uh, because eventually it will lead to real laughter. You can't fake laughter for very long. You will laugh, and then you do, ha ha ha, ha. And your son, let's say, comes to the room and says, "What are you doing, mommy?" It's contagious in that sense as well. You cannot see somebody else laughing and you don't laugh. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen videos where like people
It's
laugh in
so
the bus.
true.
One person laughs and then everybody laughs. So it's a bit of an energy shift where everybody.
Yes.
That's why it's beautiful when you do it in a
Yes.
classroom setting, in a group, because then there's a lot of eye contact, and then people looking at each other and they go and they're pointing at each other and they're just laughing out loud. And then sometimes it's difficult for me to even stop them, because then I'm like, okay, let's go to the next part, but I can't, because they're so happy and I don't want to leave that. So then I just go
They're
like,
too busy.
hello,
Yeah.
very good, yay. So in a session, that's what we generally do. And then we just run around, we laugh, do laughter exercises, and then just like you said in drama class, there's a lot of imagination, and then at the end of the session, we normally do a bit of grounding, because we want to bring them back, because we are on a rush of endorphins. So you don't want to leave them like this, because then they're out there, and then so you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
bring them back, and you do a bit of a guided meditation, or just simply breathing and focusing on your breathing in,
yeah.
breathing out, and then they all more relax, and then they can start the day. So yeah, if you would want to practice that, start with a smile and a gradient, and then a bit of a ha 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 ha. I think the louder or the more you can do, and allowing yourself is very important, because I think people tend not to allow and restrict themselves. Like I said, don't think about inhibitions. I think in some cultures they say it's inappropriate. I had one person in my class say his mom used to say, "Don't laugh. If you laugh too much, you're gonna cry." So these are things which we build in people unknowingly. They are called inhibitions, or what you call limiting beliefs. You know, sometimes people say, "Don't become too rich. It's a money is the power to all evil." No, these are all limiting beliefs. Don't have those limiting beliefs. You laugh because this is your birthright. Kids heal because children laugh, they said, about on average 300 times a day, but happy adults laugh 30 times a day.
I don't laugh enough. My other half, Carl, is very silly. He's always laughing, always trying to make me laugh, and I'm like, no, don't make me laugh. I'm
Yeah.
I'm in a serious moment. And he's like, oh, sod off, just be silly and embrace that. Give yourself permission. I think that's it.
Yes, that is very, and I say that in every session when I start. Give yourself, when you're coming to my session, leave your ego, your inhibitions, your limiting beliefs, everything that you have about laughter, leave it out the door, because I want to bring your inner child out. And I think that's what people struggle with, to bring their inner child out, because I'm sure when you were younger you were laughing and you were happier and you were running around, and you'd be happy if your dad bought you an ice cream. You'd be happy if mom bought you a new doll. We'd be laughing. But what happened over the years? Why are we restricting ourselves from the simple joy, which is, I would say, free? Laughter is an instant vacation, they said. You can do it anywhere. So start at the shower, your laughter pill, laughter lotion, anything that you see around the house that, make you laugh. Just allow yourself, and that's it. Enjoy laughing.
Thank you so much. I've really, really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I hope you continue laughing, if not smiling.